For our third highlight episode from season 1, I wanted to look at how open source and open culture have influenced businesses that people have created around open source projects. James Vasile points out that some of the things that will make an open source project successful will also help make your open source business successful.
I think I would just say that the power of open source is the power of the communities that it creates, and that is going to be true for your consulting practice as much as it is for your clients. And if you can build community and connection around the work that you do, and the primary way you do that is by helping other people, then you start to gather some momentum and you start to gather a community that returns energy to you in the form of knowledge, network, contacts, resources, help, whatever that is that you need. And that really is the only way to do it as far as I'm concerned. I don't see another successful set of people doing open source consulting work who aren't somewhat community minded and not just paying lip service to it, but actually working to try to better the communities that they are involved in. And so if that's the kind of person you are, I think you have a lot of success ahead of you. If that's not the kind of person you are, then I think you really need to consider whether this is the right path for you. And I've said this to a number of people. It's not for everybody, and it's okay if it's not for you. There are so many other jobs in open source and technology and beyond. There are so many other ways to be of value to the world and to help people. This doesn't have to be it. So, think about where this sits with you and how you feel about the track record you've created and where you're going with it, and build on your successes and improve on your failures, but do take a hard look at what you're capable of as a person and emotionally, because if you can bring that kind of energy, there's a lot out there for you.
When I spoke to Alison Gianotto of Grokability, she also mentioned transmission of knowledge and culture as things that are very important to her when she was starting a company.
It's practically speaking, I still contribute a lot of the code, but there are also important things that I need to focus on. For example, what do I want this company to be? Who do I want this company to be? One of the things that we managed to accomplish this year was getting healthcare for all of our employees. We wanted to, not all of them, for various reasons that don't matter, but we got healthcare. We have flexible hours so that it's a nice environment for parents to be able to kind of manage their kids. And that's the kind of company that I wanted to build. The fact that we bring on juniors, that's the kind of company that I wanted to build. And so I'm a little more split now because these things really do matter. And there is certainly some biz dev. There are some strategic alliances that we've evaluated and things like that. But at the end of the day, right now, it's basically I just don't sleep a lot. I don't know. I don't know that I could ever stop writing code, because the thing is, for me, building companies and building products that's my jam. And code is one of the ways that I'm able to do that. And if I think of a cool new feature at 2:00 in the morning, I'm going to build it.
I imagine there are trade-offs, though. I imagine that there are some things that you consciously have decided that you will stop doing and either pay an outside company to do for you or hire somebody to do it.
Well, yeah, I think the hardest part here is mentoring. We do have some juniors on the team, and it's very easy for me to assign something to them, and then because they don't do it instantly, like literally within 15 minutes, and that's not their fault. I didn't time box them. I didn't say I need this in the next 15 minutes, but kind of the way that my manic brain goes, where I can look at this thing and I'm like, I could have that already out on master. Like it's right there. It's right there. And sometimes that's just an artifact of the flex time that we have, where like they're actually not online at the moment. And I've done this before and I deeply regret it, where I assign something to them and then I take it back from them because I wanted it done sooner. And I need to teach myself that, like, hey, you know what? We're not curing cancer here. It can wait another hour. It's fine. And the investment that we are making in these juniors will pay off.
When I spoke with Matt Klein, the author of Envoy, he underscored how important it was for him to have an impact beyond just making money on an open source business?
Money has never been a very compelling argument to me. So I have often, setting the money aside, I've been more driven by impact. And at least up to now, I have felt that I can have more impact on the overall industry by being independent.
That's it for this highlight video of open source in business, but we'll be back soon with some more, summarizing some of the highlights of Season 2 and getting you ready for Season 3, which is coming up soon. Goodbye.